Hello, this is me showing off a few of my matches with Party Boy, the almost, what would you call it, Schlundo. It's 98 IVs and not 100 IVs. But it also has both of its legacy moves, Body Slam and Last Resort. And Eevee is actually not as bad as you would think. It's mostly a meat shield and is carried by these dragon types in the back. But it does come in clutch in a few matches. So here, Eevee, you can see that Eevee's actually pretty tanky. And that Last Resort here does actually a pretty considerable amount of damage considering it's just barely over 1200. This is kind of what we have. But this is not Eevee. Well, it's too late. It's too late to go back and edit it. This is taking so long. This is the team that I was thinking about would be viable after Eevee. And it turned out that it was. It was actually a pretty good team. So the reason that I have these dragon types here is they both have Night Slash, which is to cover the ghost types that are pretty ubiquitous in this league, because there are no dark types. And so I do end up winning this just barely. Altaria is an absolute monster in this league. And I'm sorry for no Eevee. Okay, back to Eevee, except we're switching out of Eevee because we want to save it. Fracture is not XL, surprisingly. I don't believe so. Yeah, so it's pretty cheap mon. Hackers is a little bit cheap. The candies are kind of a little bit more common after Go Fest, but Hackstress, he hits really hard and has pretty good coverage. But here we have Eevee coming in again, and Eevee will take out another person. Will take out us looking. I guess technically, if we were looking at a kill count, he sort of took out the what's Fletchling's middle evolution, whatever that little firebird is. So basically, the reason that I'm always switching out of Eevee is it's an ABB team most of the time, and that way I'm drawing something out. And then I can have Eevee in the back. The problem with there's a few problems with Eevee. Obviously, I'm doing this for fun. Is Eevee would be nice against ghost types, but Eevee only does normal moves. So it has to be a neutral matchup every single time. So there, Eevee does have to get sacrificed, but in that sacrifice, Django here is absolutely able to sweep. He's an absolute beast. He's immune, or not immune, but he's resistant to many things. He's really tanky. He has Dragon Tail and Dragon Claw. And Brick Break. Brick Break kind of sucks, but it is really nice for coverage just in case. So, I think I have a couple bad shields here. I should have shielded this Fire Punch, but I was thinking that it would be an Ice Punch, which would have sucked. But Hypno is actually a pretty big threat to this team. It has a ton of coverage and can spam its coverage. So it's pretty scary. When I see Hypno, I'm a little bit scared. So, in a lot of these matches, I do get away with some bad teams. Like Macargo, you should not be running Macargo. Macargo sucks. I did not have a good relationship with the Fossil Cup. I absolutely hated it, and I dropped a ton of Elo. I went from almost whatever's above Ace to well under Ace. I think in these matches I'm probably like 1700. So this team can work in 1700, but once I start getting back into Ace, mid-Ace, I probably need to stop using it, but I am having a lot of fun. It's a cool flex to use this Eevee. It's almost the rarest Eevee. If it were 100 and if it were female, you should check out the male to female ratio on Eevees. It's like 12.5%. It's crazy. I've never seen in person a shiny female Eevee, so kind of cool. So funny, this Eevee probably could have killed this Charizard if I wanted to press it, but Haxorus is just so squishy and I didn't want to risk it. But Eevee did most of that damage. So Mantine, like you wouldn't see someone running a Mantine, right? It sucks. Or I've ran a Sudowoodo before. I think that there's room for a Sudowoodo. I think if you want to run a rock fighting type, you should definitely be running Lycanroc because of Psychic Fangs. But like I say, I'm pretty low elo. Most of the people that I'm against right now are not even ace. So, yeah. I'm not counting moves and maybe not have the best move sets. So, this is by no means a good team. Except the dragons. Django specifically. Haxorus is like, he's really spicy. And then Fracture's pretty spicy. This guy here, I think his actual name is Haka Mo, I believe. He's actually really good. And I think even in the retro PvP poke rankings, he's like in the top 15 or something. So, I don't know where Eevee is, but probably not very high. But it just hits so hard and he has good coverage. And like I say, there's no steel, there's no fairy. So, he really doesn't have a ton of competition because they're not really charmers. If they were charmers, this guy would have a big problem. And I know that there are people that know charm, but, you know, it's not going to get stabbed. So, that's really nice. A non-charm league is great. But obviously I'm getting really lucky at these matches, like an Alolan Executor is not good. It's not a good Pokemon. I'm able to take it down pretty quickly. So, let's see, who do I have here? Yeah, most of these matches I use Django. So I might actually lose this match. I believe I do. Yeah. So, mainly here is Eevee Blessed Soul just cannot really provide enough support for Hakamo to take out two of these like absolute ultra carries in Pokemon Go. They're very good. So, we actually get really close to winning, but we're not able to get to the second Dragon Claw. But thanks for watching.